Hey guys, Sean Zine, the host for the Network Marketing Insider podcast, where I bring on guests from network marketing, affiliate marketing, multi-level marketing, and also token creators to talk about their story, talk about what has worked for them, what didn't work, trials and tribulations, mindset. We talk about things that you can actually utilize and implement on a daily. If you're watching, please drop a comment, favorite emoji, hit that share button. And if you're listening to one of the outlets on the verticals for Spotify, Apple, please give us a rating at the end. And don't forget, go into the description, follow my guest information, socials, check out what they have going, and connect, have a connection call. And lastly, don't forget, go to the website, networkmarketinginsider.com, pick up your 7-day fast start blueprint I created from all this content that I'm learning and adjusting from every guest that I've had over the last couple of years. Please check it out. It is free. Without further ado, we bring on Cheri. What's up, Cheri? How are you?
Hi, Sean. Thanks so much for having me back. I'm excited to be here. I'm doing very well. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. I appreciate it. Yes, Cheri was on episode number 4 last year. We've gone to about 65 now. We've went from just video only to now audio. So we're on 17 other audio channels. We're on the YouTube channel. We're bringing value on a consistent basis. So I appreciate, taking me up on it, because a lot of people I ask, oh, come on the podcast. And they're like, oh, no way, I don't have the information, I don't have the content, which everyone does, but
hmm
they're afraid of. And it's public speaking. The longer you hold out, the worse it's going to be. But it's rip the Band-Aid off, get in the hot seat, and we have some fun. I make everyone look good. And I also have my son that always has to have a cameo. Yes,
Nice.
he always has to come over and check things out and say hello. But Cheri, I wanted to talk about how with network marketing, it's all about community, building, one together or working together for a common goal. How important community in your world?
Communities become very important, and I love the community that I'm in. I mean, we we meet daily, and I just love that. We get together for events about every 3 months around the country, and I love that. I look so forward to being able to be with my people. I love being able to um, hug their necks, so to say, right? Like you see people online all the time, and to be able to actually physically get together, it's amazing.
I found that, yes, when you have other people that can be in your, you know, sidelines, they kind of like help you when you have those days that you really don't, things are not going well. You can kind of lean on them. They
Mm,
hold you accountable, which a lot of people miss that. If you're trying to do things all by yourself, it gets very difficult. But if you can lean on some friends, and it could be one, two, it could be 10, it doesn't have to be hundreds of people. But check this out. Most companies have Zoom calls, right? Not everybody shows up to them consistently. Why do you think that happens?
I think people just, they maybe they don't have time. They feel like it's the same content. However, I do try to show up. We have nightly Zoom calls that are, whether they're opportunity calls, or now that we've implemented, we have 2 nights a week that instead of just opportunity, we have actual business training. And that has really grown the community as well. Hi, how are you?
Yes, a lot of time I agree. People say, I don't have the time. Hey, I don't have the time, right? I always have time to make things happen. And I
hmm
love the ones that say, oh, I want you, listen, I want you to send me the replay. I want you to send me the recording. Like, wait a minute, wait. Isn't this supposed to be a business? Isn't this
hmm
something we're building together? Isn't this something that you want to make money? Everyone wants to, they hit that link because they want to make money, but they don't want to do anything. But if they show up to these Zooms, they can learn some skills. They can learn what is happening out there. I found best practices are given from those top producers. Hey, you
Yes,
gotta listen.
yes. We don't record our meetings purposely for that. Um, for that reason. If you can't show up live, then how are you going to show up in real life, right? How are you really going to work your business if you can't give a half an hour to it each evening?
It creates that FOMO. Like if you weren't there, sorry, get there next time. Because, oh, but it's at different times. Maybe it's a global reach. Well, you're going to have to, I have friends that are in Sweden. I have friends that are in the UK. I have friends that are in Australia. So we have to do things on different time zones throughout the day to make it comfortable for everyone else. Even those in the US, I have friends that are in Vegas. I have friends that are in Texas. So we have a 3 hour. We have a 1 hour. We try to figure out, oh, we're gonna do a live today. Well, how do we do it? All right, we gotta really figure this out because we want to do it because we're pushing each other. What about? Do you see those on social media, or in social media with your community? Are people engaging your posts more often because they learn that it helps others too?
Yes, we do try to engage each other's posts because it does help the reach. I am one of those people, if you show me a little bit of love, man, I'm going to show you love back, right? And I will show love to other people until I realize that, they're not getting it. So, okay, let me go show some love to somebody else. And then they don't always have to be in my company. I show love to all different kinds of people. If you're putting good content out there, I'm going to recognize you for that.
Which brings you to like just sharing. People are like, oh, I have to keep everything private on my socials. Well, if it's private, you're never going to get any opportunities. They're not going to see your stuff because your community is your Facebook, is your Instagram, is your TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube channel. I just listed 5 or 6 platforms. People say I have no time to be on all of them. You do. You're just not making the time. Like, and just like Cheri said, you sharing someone else's stuff. I always say my friends see my stuff constantly, but maybe, and this happens awesome, also, they'll see this information that Cheri's giving, that she's going to resonate with them, and they're going to go with Cheri. And then the Cheri's friends are going to be like, Cheri's been talking about this for years. I don't know about it. I don't know. But then they like and they resonate with me, and they might get involved with what I'm doing because we're
Right.
all helping each other. It's a community thing. It's also education, right? I think there's a lack of education out there in this space because people think, oh, I just have to spend some money and then I make money. How is that true, untrue?
Let me tell you, I mean, education is good. There are some great leaders out there that will, charge you for their education, right? But they're not always teaching the best tips either. And let me tell you, I mean, I've been in this industry for a few years, and the CEO that I have, he has been a corporate trainer to Fortune 500 companies, and his education that he gives us on the daily it's immeasurable what we are, able to learn from somebody who's been in this business, from the time that they were, 17 years old with a broke down car, now teaching us how he did it. And he pours his heart out to us. And I've learned so much.
I like that. Hearing that the CEOs should be in the business still. I'm in 2 right now, actually 3. That people, how do you go into multiple things? I am all about connecting with people. So when I have a connection call, I'm going to find out what pain point I can help, and it might be one of those 3. Xander, shh, Xander, shh. And when I do that, I like to listen to who I'm speaking with to see how I can solve a problem. I think we're solutions to people's problems. So if I
Mhm.
have 3 things, I can do that. And then the 3 things, the CEOs are the same way. Like Cheri was saying, they're given their, tips and tricks and strategies. I've interviewed a few CEOs recently. One that I'm involved in, and they're talking about how they're on a ski lift. It's going to be snowboarding. Was in that lift, and in that 8 minute was able to create a conversation, have a relationship, and had a connection that led to business because they were snowboarding. Anything and everything during your day can help with
Mhm.
what you're doing. I think this goes back to that community, but education. How are you learning every day?
I do get on the calls every day in the morning. We actually, um, we do a Bible study every day, and then let me tell you, that has been so eye-opening for me, being able to learn from that perspective. It wasn't something that I was ever really taught. However, like I went to my church, but we weren't taught um, all the principles, from that book. And it has nothing to do with religion. It really has to do with the principles and how to live your life. And I've adjusted, and I've been able to learn grace and patience. And then there's, I have tons of books that I'm, always reading. So I like to keep myself engaged.
Patience. That's something that everyone should really take a note on, because yes, patience is needed in any business, online, offline. If you think that you're going to just get on a social media, you're going to be on a video, you're going to do a post, and you're going to get business right now, no, it takes patience. It's planting seeds. And I
Planting
like how
seeds,
Cheri
yes.
was doing your niche. You're in the Bible study. You're doing something for faith, but you're also, it's community, and
Hmm.
also there's education that's all holistic with those members of your team, which is powerful because you all are focused on patience. Man, I like that,
Yes.
because patience, if you don't have it, yeah, you're gonna quit early. And I want to try to help. That's why I've created this podcast to teach people that yes, patience is needed, lead generation mindset, got to have community to have a business. If you just go at it and think, I'm not going to plant seeds now to harvest later, you're wrong. That's the important thing. That's just a flip of the script, change of your mindset. I think those planting seeds. What do you think?
Exactly. I've been with my company now. Well, it's been, was it February of 2023? And so I've been planting seeds for a really long time. And, now I'm going back to those seeds that I've dropped, right? And because my business has evolved, I have new information, and I am able to reach back and, hey, this is what we got going on now. Are you ready yet? Like, let's have that conversation again, because it has evolved, and I have, yeah, let's water those seeds, right?
So, is follow up important to you and your business? It seems like yes, it is, because you're going back to people that you spoke to. How often do you follow up with someone before you're like, I'm done?
Man, gosh, that there's such a fine line with that, right? Because I have some great contacts. I have some great friends, and you keep dripping on them, right? And you don't hear anything back, but they're not telling you no, right? They haven't come right out and
Right.
said no yet. So you just keep dripping. Just keep dripping, and eventually, you would hope that you have enough value that now they're like, this is really going somewhere, so I maybe should start paying attention.
Yes, and that dripping, guys, is the education. Someone says, keep saying no, they're just not ready yet. They're not sure. They don't have the information to make the right decision yet. They might be nervous because there are scams out there, sure. But
Hmm.
if a friend, as you just heard, Cheri has been in her business since 2023. Guys, that's a couple years. She's paid her dues. If you know, like, and trust Cheri, why would you not just join her? I had a friend of mine yesterday who just set up a school, SKOOL. It's all about community, it's all about education. He's doing a crypto thing. He's like, Sean, I want you to involved. Send the link. Sent the link, joined. And with school, you actually can get paid 50% affiliate for bringing more people on. I bring in two people, my membership's free. Duh, no brainer. I'm bringing people in for it to be free. Or it costs you 25, $50 a month, whatever it is, right? It's just all about making that happen. But I know this person. So if they're like, hey, I'm doing something new, but why is it always something new? No, it's not shiny objects. It's just we're growing. We're
Hmm.
adding to our arsenal of helping more people. But people, they just have that, and that's fine. And not we don't need to work with everyone, right, Cheri?
No, not at all. Not at all. And I'm at the stage in my company right now that this is my home, right? Like I have my other businesses that have aligned with my career. I'm a hairdresser by trade for over 32 years. But right now I'm unrecruitable. I am solid and there are no more shiny objects. My company is my shiny object.
And it's great to hear, and it's great that you are driven. I
Mhm.
went and I listened to something recently, and they're talking about you can be passionate about something, or you can be driven. You want to be driven, passionate. That's fine. You're gonna, you could talk about it. You're enthusiastic, but if you're driven, you're gonna show up daily, no matter what. You can be passionate about it, which is included in your being driven, but it's important to show up every single day. Some people are doing lives. Oh, I can't do lives. I don't know what to say. It doesn't matter. Just go live every day and things will come out and people will engage you. They'll ask questions on your live. I have a friend that's never did video before. He's on TikTok. He's in Texas. He's doing TikToks and he's live every single day. Talks about some similar things all the time. But hey, you're ingraining whoever's watching your stuff and you're showing that you're consistent. Why would you not want to be on someone's team that's consistent like that? Blows my mind. I jumped on, no brainer.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, going live is it's a very nerve-wracking thing to say. I mean, and let me tell you, I'm no I'm not shy at all, right? I mean, I love a good karaoke session, right? But there's just something about pressing that live button, right? And it's hard to engage too, right? So you're trying to do your thing on live and then people are trying to talk to you and you're like losing your train of thought. So sometimes I think you just got to turn that off, just talk to your screen and just let it happen.
And goes back to what Cheri was saying with patience. If you're on live, if it's early, you don't have to do all this stuff. You don't have to communicate with people who are commenting. You could do that afterwards, guys. It's not going anywhere.
Nope.
And that's another secret. Go back into your lives, comment for every person that liked or commented, ask them a question. So now they get a notification that goes back to them and it keeps that live in the feed more. You'll get more views on your content. But everyone's like focused on trying to do everything. Hey, hit that record button, hit that live button, and just do it. And it could be 60 seconds. Do a reel or a short. Do a little 2-minute thing that you put on YouTube. Do an 8-minute thing that you might do on TikTok because that's where those areas like their appetite for as far as the content. And then you can cross promote, repurpose, use text message or text posts. You could do image posts. Those that are watching this right now, I always tell people take a picture of it. Take your phone out and take a picture of us, right? And say, hey, I just watched Cheri and Sean drop massive value on this podcast. Please check it out. What does it do? If you post that and you tag us, now we're all connecting. We're interweaving. We're ecosystems growing. And it's content. You didn't go to an event unless you took a picture. You didn't meet Cheri. You didn't meet Sean. But did you take a picture? Yes, you did. And now you know you are here. That's why I love social media because I can get more things done in my day. If I have to drive somewhere and set up shop and then someone just doesn't show up, someone doesn't show up on a Zoom call or my connection call, I have somebody else.
Right.
Fine. I don't need to waste my time, but it's just, continuing with your consistency allows you to, you know, be successful. What is something that Cheri does that has to be done every single day?
Oh, wow, that's a good one. Um, I have to make myself get up, right? I have to make myself get up and do it. And I'm not gonna. I was so consistent throughout the year, and then summer hit, and I'm like, oh man, I don't have to get up, right? I can sleep a little late, and
Yep.
I'm hurting myself because I am definitely missing my daily content. So I'm trying to get back on that horse, right? And make sure that I'm showing up for myself because it doesn't hurt anybody else but me. I need to show up for myself every day to be able to show up for other people. So,
The other people, guys, goes back to community. We got to be there for others. Those that are struggling, we need to be there. Those that are being and having that success, let's celebrate with them. That's a powerful way to live because we're all doing it together. That's
hmm
and yes, Cheri, waking up every day, it's tough in the summertime. I'm a teacher, right? I can sleep
yes.
whenever, but I also have young kids, as you hear in the background. My son is 2.5 and he's up early. He's up at like 5:36. So I'm guaranteed to be up early and everyone else. But the beauty is it's just me and him. So I can have some more alone time with him.
hmm
Then if he's doing a little, playing with something, I could be on social, creating content, doing my business in the quiet of the house because nobody else is up yet. Then once everyone gets up, then it gets challenging for me because now they're trying to find time for daddy and mommy, etc. But always carving out time. Like we were gonna go and do a recording the night before, and it didn't work out. And the
hmm
day before, because my internet wasn't working. But we're persistent, and we consistently worked on it to make it happen. We found time. That's why we're able to drop value today.
Yeah, you got to roll with it sometimes. Sometimes that everything's not always going to pan out the way you think it's going to, right? Connection issues or whatever it could be. So just being persistent and, we're honest with each other and, like you're having trouble and I was having trouble and we were, but here we are, we got it done. And yeah.
It's all that last piece, I think, is communication. If you don't know how to communicate with your team, with your significant other, with your friends, you're never going to get far because nobody knows what you want. You can't be mad at somebody if they don't know. My wife will wake up in the morning, she's all mad at me because Sean in the dream was really bad last night. And I'm like, how the hell am I going to get in the doghouse because of Sean in the dream? And it happens. But it's just, I'm just being funny. But communication is key. Is there one last thing you can share about how to help someone that's having trouble with communication to improve on that area today?
I'm going to go with just being open to have that conversation, right? Like if someone doesn't know, if they don't share their needs or if you can't recognize their needs or wants, you need to be observant. And when you spend enough time with someone, you kind of you know that vibe, right? Like I have business partners that I am able to work with locally, and we didn't know each other before this, but man, we know how to vibe now, right? Like we're able to like feed off of each other. um she could be having a conversation, I'm over here and my ear is still here, right? And I'm able to like help her, if she stumbles over something because I'm a teacher too, right? In this business, showing others how to build their communities and so yeah, I would just staying connected and um staying involved, I think is really important.
Well said. Well said. And I want to point out a lot of times people are like, "Well, what are you going to ask me in these podcasts?" And nothing's scripted, guys. We just kind of go off the cuff. And I like to have a little, you know, there was times that Cheri stopped, she reflected, and she spoke, and that's how it's supposed to be, guys. We're not answering immediately because we have something on top of our head. We're actually digesting what's being said. We're actually using good listening, active listening skills to improve our lives, to improve our message that we're giving to everyone. So, Cheri, this is fantastic. I want to remind everybody all of Cheri's information is in the description. Follow her on all the socials. Take a look at her websites. Have a call with her. Actually, pick up the call and a phone and actually have a call, because I know you're going to get value from her. You might get involved with her, you might not, but you also will get some information that you can share with a friend that you might be able to introduce Cheri to. And that's what this is all about. If you're a friend of Cheri, you're a friend of mine, we're helping each other grow. So I think
That's how we met, Sean.
yes.
We met because of a friend of
Scott.
yours,
Yep.
Scott. Yes, I was at a networking event and he came up to me and he was like, I have somebody that you need to meet. And here we are, a year or so later.
And we're not going away. We're
Nope.
here to help. We're a phone call away. I have some ideas. She has ideas. Definitely reach out to us. I have the 7-day fast start blueprint. Guys, it's free. Go to the website, pick it up today, and actually implement it. Don't just get things and not use it. Implement it. It's information that I know everyone can use. It will help them. And as always, I'm here to help, motivate, and inspire. Cheri, stick around for one more moment. Everyone else, we hope you have an amazing rest of your day.
Thanks so much, Sean.